Welcome everybody, Alexander Mazzone, aka Galactic Tarot. Today I'm sitting down to look at your year at a glance. Please remember to hit the like button, don't forget to comment, and it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe, hit the bell notification to be alerted when I go live. There will be a live broadcast in just a couple days, if not tomorrow, depending on when this video gets posted, with all your monthly zodiac readings. So without further ado, let's get into your yearly reading at a glance. So I'm also going to be dropping 2 cards for each zodiac sign. So just 2 cards to predict, just what to prepare for the year for each sign. So there's going to be 2 separate readings. There's going to be a 24 card reading for the year, and then there's going to be a 24 card reading for each zodiac sign. So that'll be fun. Or at least I think it'll be fun. I mean, we usually have a good time here. Okay, so 1 card for the physical, 1 card for the energetic. For every month in 2021, we made it, family. We made it. That's the year Spirit told me to get ready for. Way, way, way at the beginning of my awakening process. So I'm excited about just being alive right now. I hope you are as well. Ooh. The world wanted to pop. One more. Oh. All right, let's do this. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Ooh. Well, bottom of the deck. So the overlay over the entire reading is "The truth shall set you free." So this is good stuff. All right, so right there in January. All right in January. And this is a quantum reading, so this is for everybody. This is for all signs. This is just us taking a look at the upcoming year. We've got the Queen of Wands in the physical. Uh-oh. Not really uh-oh, but there we go. We get the Devil in the energetic. Okay. So, let me tune in here. Okay. All right. Wow. That's pretty epic. So, yeah, this is all about, the Earth Goddess. This Earth Goddess that was considered a witch many, many times. Whether it's a female, whether it's a male, regardless, this person that's been ridiculed, patronized, and, sometimes even worse, for just being in touch with their spiritual power and them looking like they're evil. I'm sure you guys, at some point in your lives, whoever's watching, has either been, the focus of this, just not okay. I don't even have a word for it. It's almost like spiritual racism. Like I don't even have the best word for it. But this like ridicule or all of us spiritual people, we've gotten picked on for this stuff, and whether it's from our family members or friends or growing up, or just just normal people. I mean, I even remember just, you know, even on the East Coast when I still lived out there, just like sun gazing and, you know, people yelling out the window, I'm a hippie or something, or regardless of what's going on, like, you know, this stuff is definitely more prevalent in certain areas of the world and in certain states. Lucky enough to be in Sedona now, where it's just, you know, people just kind of roll their eyes at you and say, it's Sedona, you know, so it's kind of understood in a certain aspect. But this is saying that the entire collective is going to be going through some sort of transmutation process where it's like, you know, there's some sort of realization that this witch, quote unquote, is not necessarily evil. So this doesn't have to do with the devil so much, but whether it's something going on astrologically or it's something going on physically. There's the broadcast for January. I love to see that. So let's take a look at February. Okay, another ace. But in the physical, we've got this card representing a journey. We've got this card representing movement, okay? So whether this is movement of a new home for whoever's watching, or this is movement into a new apartment, a new place, or just representing travel in general, this is showing the importance of this. The cup spilling over in the energetic category, so the Ace of Cups. So, you know, this with the Ace of Swords, with this, the truth shall set you free. No, I'm looking at this in a certain manner of whether or not a vacation or a trip or a, you know, some sort of escape, quote unquote, takes place then, it would be good to at least schedule this, you know, buy the plane tickets, even if it's in 2 months or even if it's at the end of the year, to plan this out and to get this done. Because, you know, this stuff is like, it's like regularly scheduled maintenance. You know, it's like we get oil changes for the car. And, you know, we do this and we re-shingle the house or whatever. But a lot of times, like, people don't take into account, like, you know, what they really need on a spiritual level. Like, whether or not this is physical or spiritual, I'm looking at this as this is almost like travel therapy. So whether or not this is you relocating your house or moving from one place to another, something coming up in February, which is very much so necessary. And is this cup spilling over? Plain and simple. Awesome stuff. March. Oh boy, what's going on in March? This looks very odd. Okay. All right, so we get this guy. Now one of my favorite people in the deck in the physical. And then we've got this card represent difficult work in the spiritual. So it looks like the spiritual community, you know, we've got some, this is why I love doing these, you know, predictions, taking a look at things ahead of time. It looks like something I would like to, all of us, to sit and transmute. These two cards together just looks like, you know, the powers that were acting up again in whatever way that is. So, you know, I'm sure there's going to be some last hurrahs because, you know, all of my predictions, all the predictions I got from Spirit were all about this year coming up, 2021. You know, it was basically told to me that, you know, you're going to be able to visually see that you're in a different place than where you grew up. You're going to be able to see that you're in a different reality, which this is already obvious now. Like, you know, I mean, this is already clearly obvious now. Just the, you know, even technological advances in just the past like 20, 30 years, like just wow in general. But this is something I would like for us to transmute as a collective, because this basically says, you know, this person that's either a doctor or like somebody in an army or a general, and then it says hard work, energetic. So we can do this work ahead of time. We can leave some energy in March. We can create an energy that is waiting for us in March of just love and awesome energy and excitement and ease and grace instead of hard work. That's what I'd like to say. Ease and grace. Okay. April, looking awesome. Loving April. Okay. So in the physical, we have the inner child. We have the spiritual inner child. And energetically, we have the magician. All the elements are on the table in April. So marking this Fool's Day. You know, the Fool in the Tarot is the new beginning. So April's looking fantastic. So like I said, this March looks like the last hurrah. So, you know, let's make the last hurrah in 2020, and well, let's leave that in the past and transmute that, as I was saying. April, excellent. Inner child's in the suit. manifesting. All the elements are on the table. Very, very good times. Not much more to say there. And then let's take a look at May. May. Okay. Oh my God, another ace. Wow, look at that. All right, so in the physical, we've got the Nine of Wands, which is representing some sort of decision to be made, which can be considered a tough decision. And then money. So money coming in, abundance coming in, spiritual downloads coming in. So May also looks pretty awesome. We're basically, what are all the best tough decisions to have? What do I do with all this money? Okay, not really the toughest decisions, like first world problems here. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the financials or what's taking place then, but it looks like it's got to be a good amount, a good chunk of change to come in for it to be a tough decision. You know, I mean, if somebody gives you $10, you're like, okay, whoop-de-doo. If somebody gives you even $1,000, it's like, oh wow, awesome, I get $1,000 for it. For abundance to be a tough decision, whether this is financial or spiritual abundance, and keep in mind this ace is in an energetic position, so it can be just tons of downloads coming in also. You know, it's almost like some sort of pressure, but a good type of pressure, because it's a tough decision. It's like, I have all this information, I have all this abundance, I have all this light, what do I do with it next? So that's exciting. So May, June, once again, here's this travel card. Here's this card that either represents timelines or travel. And then energetically, look at the wands coming in. Look at the sticks coming in. Look at the emails. Look at the texts. So maybe this is when that travel was planned. For those of you that did not go on this trip or do whatever the heck we're supposed to do in February, maybe this is when it was booked for. This could also be, no? Yeah, no, this is not about timelines. Usually when I see this is about timelines. Yeah, I mean, this is like saying, you know, relocating or traveling. And then this is like, you know, earthly type connections, but it's in an energetic position. So it's almost just like spirit poking and prodding us to go, to do, to move, to go on this trip, to go on this vacation, to, you know, to get away from it all, so to speak. Good stuff there too. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July. July, awesome. All right, in the physical, we get the card that represents meditation, the card that represents Odin up on the mountain till he reaches his transcendence. So good stuff there, the Hanged Man. And then look at this guy right here. Okay, the Six of Pentacles. This card that can and very often does represent soul retrieval. I got the scales on my shirt, and I'm looking at the scales on the card right now. That's what's really lighting up for me. So something about balance through meditation. So yeah, we can get a little distracted, especially us in the northern hemisphere. It being July, it being summertime, you know, oh, let's go to the pool, let's go to the beach, let's go travel, let's go do this and that. It's saying to remember our spiritual practice, remember to meditate, remember to maybe consider doing any last-minute soul retrieval work. You know, is there something that needs to be reclaimed? And, you know, this basically says you can do all this work yourself, but, you know, getting this, you know, whatever the heck has been taken away in a past lifetime, any sort of bloodline clearings, anything going on with the DNA for you or your entire family, you know, having this all done by that day is what this is telling me. So July, August. Oh, August. This looks so awesome. Okay, in the physical, we get the Lovers card, all right? So this card that can represent a soulmate or, you know, soul family. Also, it doesn't necessarily have to be a love situation just because it says the Lovers. This card can and often does represent soul family. And then energetic high ground. Wow, awesome. I love it. Okay, the Seven of Wands. So in the physical, we're having these lovers, or this soul family, and in the energetic, we're having the high ground. So once again, things looking very fantastic for August. Moving on to September, you know, when it's awesome, like what do you really say? Like there's not much to go over. August looks fantastic, okay? Then we have the physical here in September. Mind, body, spirit. We've got this, you know, this trifecta, this pyramid of all things in the physical. And then look at the awakening, this card that represents the seventh seal, this card that represents the awakening. It does say judgment, but this is not about judgment. This is about this Archangel Gabriel blowing their trumpet and us reaching this ascension process. So I love to see this as well. It looks like it's going to be clearly evident at some point at the end of summer that the awakening process is very, very real and this is taking place. Okay, because I'm just looking at the rest of these cards and I'm looking at the fruition of this and just, you know, like I said, it looks like, you know, we have an opportunity to transmute whatever the heck they're foretelling for March. And that's what when I looked at it, that's what it felt like. It felt like a last hurrah. Okay, so like I said earlier, let's call the last hurrah has already happened and let's just transmute that and dissolve that as a collective now. Does that sound nice, family? I know it sounds nice to me, but I need you guys, you know, helping me in co-creating that outcome for that to take place in the physical for October, okay? Once again, a card that represents abundance, a card that represents money, a card looking at our bank accounts with all this, either all this spiritual energy, but once again, this is in the physical, or all this abundance. What do I do with this money? Where do I invest it? Where do I, you know, what do I do with this harvest? So I've harvested. What do I do with my harvest? What is it that I want to do next? And, you know, that's what I often ask people about their life purpose. And, you know, in sessions, people talk about life purpose, or, you know, people talk about the career, what they should be doing right now, what they see themselves doing in the future. And I tell them, if I just dropped, you know, $5 million into your bank account, what would you do right now? What would you do right now just for free that you want to do for yourself? If you didn't have to worry about money, if you didn't have to think about money. So let's start to prepare for these times, because energetically, going forward, moving forward in balance, the Chariot card. So this energetic, awesome card of the Chariot, and just, you know, just awesome. Like, what are you moving forward with? What's your life purpose? What do you see yourself doing? And then just, you know, co-creating that, creating that now, doing your new moon and full moon manifestations, and just, you know, preparing for this month of October. Looking very, very awesome. Once again, decisions to be made in November. Okay, what do I do? This card that can represent money usually doesn't, but weighing out our options, topsy-turvy waters, thoughts on the head. We have this extra large hat and the Two of Pentacles. But energetically, ascension, once again, the Rainbow Bridge. We have this light, everybody's celebrating, everybody's dancing, just the 10 of Cups. It's one of the greatest cards in the entire tarot. So we see, like, what am I doing? So what do I do when I ascend? What do I do when I have money? What do I do when I don't need money? You know, preparing for this stuff. And, you know, we have to have the thought process, we have to have the belief structure to be able to manifest anything, is what I've been taught throughout my spiritual awakening. So, you know, prepare for the best. Prepare for better than you could ever expect. So I love this because, you know, as a reminder, what was at the bottom of the deck? All right, it's the Ace of Swords, and I think it's really cool that I started off with the Ace of Swords, and you know, I'll just let you see this right here. So we get some sort of offering in December. You know what that is, right? December 21st, 2021. And then we have the Queen in the energetic, the one that holds the Sword of Truth. So she's holding this sword, okay? So I find that very epic that the very last card out of the 24 has to do with the card that's at the bottom of the deck. That's the overlay for all of this, because now we're putting an overlay of the Sword of Truth in the goddess's hand that holds the Sword of Truth energetically. So this is a very, very positive sign. This is a very, very awesome sign. You know, this is also telling me, like when I see this card with that card, you know, just a lot of truth could come out. You know, it's almost like a some sort of whistleblower or something this could represent happening at some point. Because we've got truth overlaying truth. Because she holds the sword. And we're having this offering once again, whether that's from God or the original creator of your soul or an actual physical person. This card being represented with this 12/21 timeline next year. This overlay of this month of December, this offering, it seems like a lot of this reading, you guys, a lot of this reading is like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in this hour? You've been waiting for this. You've been manifesting this. You've been waiting for this awakening or your third eye to turn on or this thing or that thing. What do you do when it happens? Because that is part of manifestation, is us seeing ourselves, you know, in the castle in the sky, or, you know, whatever it is that you want to create. There's definitely this resounding, leave the past in the past. And what is it that you really want to do? And, you know, just the importance of the inner child, the importance of getting out if you need to get out, and don't make an excuse and say you don't need to get out. That it looks like there's that 4-month window from February to May, or to June, from February to June, where you really got to make sure that that travel is at least planned, and that's going to happen by July, the latest. You know, just taking that time. This is really good stuff. The truth shall set you free. And, you know, not that we're not free as we are sitting here right now, but yeah, I'm excited about 2021, and I'm excited about this reading. The only card that we got that was slightly weird is the Devil card. Like, everything in here is very positive cards. Mostly blue skies, yellow skies. There's only one card in this entire reading with a black sky. So I like to see this. I'm excited about this, guys. I am excited about this. Okay, so boom, boom. We're gonna pick them up. We're gonna pick them up. And, you know, feel free to bookmark this video and, you know, go back and watch it in October. Go back and watch it later at the end of the year and just see, you know, to validate how accurate this was for you. I always like to do that, go back and watch the old Year at a Glance videos. Unfortunately, with the you know, chaos of last year, I missed it, but this is probably like the 4th or 5th time doing this. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, if you don't mind me for a second, and then I'm gonna get into your zodiac monthly predictions. Not monthly, yearly. So every zodiac sign is gonna get 2 cards specifically for the entire year. So that's a lot of information to pack. So this is going to be a quantum for your zodiac sign, quantum to your zodiac sign. What's the best thing to know? What does Spirit want you to know for your sign for the year of 2021? And there's going to be a card for the physical, and there's going to be a card for the energetic. So I was not aware that I was going to be doing this, and Spirit stopped me literally right before recording, and they're like, add 2, add 1 for each sign. So do another reading. So here's your other reading. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. What is most beneficial for each zodiac sign to hear about their 2021 year? Almost there. Okay. Oh, it's a good one. All right. Starting with Aries, okay. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. Sorry, I'm trying to like read the cards while I'm dropping them. Libra, Scorpio. And we've got your Sagittarius. We've got your Capricorn. Holy Capricorn. We've got your Aquarius. We've got your Pisces. Okay. Either way, look at that at the bottom of the deck. We've got this energetic celebration. Okay. Let's start this off. All right. Starts off with a bang, Aries. Okay. Let's hold on to our butts here, everybody. Okay. So in the physical is this card, which is representing difficulty sleeping at night. And in the energetic is this is happening because we're looking back at the past. We're moving forward while looking back at the past. So yeah, let's just make sure, you know, if you're watching this and you're an Aries watching this, let's make sure you're not doing that. You know, when we move forward but we're looking backwards, you know, that's how we trip. That's how we fall over. So let's just, you know, take this time now, because literally as I was shuffling, I said, you know, I want these cards to be aligned. Like, you know, Alexander's in 2022, and he's sending 2 cards back to 2020 at the very end to warn everybody or to prepare everybody for what took place during 2021 for them. What did they have to prepare for? What could have prepared them better for that year? This is what I was thinking about while I was shuffling. So Aries, just be really honest and true with yourself. You know, what are you thinking about in dream time? Are you dreaming? Are you in the present moment? Are you thinking about the past? When we think back to the past, when we live in the past, our body, our cell structure doesn't know the difference. So if we're thinking about a traumatic event, our body's literally reliving it in that present moment. So, you know, what suggestions do I have for this? Meditation, forgiveness, you know, keeping in mind that, you know, whatever sign, whatever person, whatever energy that you're dealing with, it's you. So, you know, instead of blaming or whatever the heck's taking place, because this is a different situation for everybody. So this is obviously, you know, can be somewhat difficult to read. But this is, you know, truth time, honesty time. Be honest with yourself. And if you do notice there's nights, because I'm sure it won't be every night, or at least, you know, I'd love to transmute that with you now, dissolve that now. Let's find this now. Let's nip this in the bud now, and let's figure out what this is, what this could be. Forgive it, release it, and be grateful for whatever situation that is. And, you know, a lot of times I say that in sessions, and people say, how could I be grateful for this or that? And, you know, number one, I'm going to tell you, you know, because you have to truly be in your power, but like for the honest answer, how do I be grateful for this person that did this thing to me or that thing to me? You know, what I always say, and I honestly believe this, if this person didn't do this thing to you, if this person didn't cause this trauma, would you be awake right now? You know? So instead of looking back at this as, oh, this in the past, or this person in the past, or whatever it is, leave room for better than you could ever expect in your future. But if we're reliving the past over and over again, that's not really possible. That's just not how manifestation works. So, on to Taurus. What do we have, Taurus? Okay, so in the physical, we've got this card that represents soul retrieval or balance or some sort of humanitarian work. This can also represent that, because you see these people down bottom, almost like beggars, and we see this person with their fine gob handing out coins in this state of balance. And then energetic, awesome stuff. We've got this spirit guide, this other dimensional version, this card that represents a higher self or a spirit guide. And we know that because this obviously isn't a physical person because they're standing on water. Unless if, you know, everybody turns to Jesus, which, you know, that would be awesome. I support that. Alexander supports that message. But, you know, in the meantime, until we're all walking on water and, you know, turning water to wine, this card that represents this Aquarian age, pouring out these vessels of water, and this card that represents soul retrieval or balance or humanitarian work, looks pretty freaking awesome, Taurus. Looks like you're doing what it is that you want to be doing. So I love to see this. All right, so moving on. Pardon that phone ringing in the background. I probably should have shut my ringer off. Don't be surprised if it goes off again. So looking at, where are we? Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Looking at Gemini. Okay. Once again, this card that can represent retrieval, representing this, you know, this tomb being opened. And, you know, whenever I do these readings, as you know, for the monthly predictions per zodiac sign, a lot of times there's some like run over from sign to sign. So one of those cards for Taurus represented soul retrieval or reclaiming. You know, this card represents reclaiming as well because we're seeing that this tomb is open. You know, my attention's on the window, but my attention's also on the tomb, so it's about reclaiming. And then we see this card in the energetic that represents celebration. So one of my favorite cards, this is actually my card in the tarot. I love to see this because this is actually saying, you know, reclaiming whatever's been preventing our celebration. So there's going to be, you know, a good year right there. Gemini, awesome stuff. Gemini, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, what do we have here? Alrighty. Okay, let's take a look right there. The Wheel of Dharma. We call this the Wheel of Dharma. You know, it can't be the Wheel of Karma, it can't be the Wheel of Dharma. We're going to call it the Wheel of Dharma. We're going to say that, hey, congratulations, Cancer. All your karmas have been paid off and you're stacking Dharma, okay? And then we have this card, the energetic, that represents the finer things in life. This can be the wine-drinking woman. This is the woman with her house up on the hill. She's fancy. We'll just leave it at that. She's fancy. But, you know, when I see these two cards together, yeah, just stacking Dharma. That's why I was giving that message ahead of time. Knowing that the Dharma's been, you know, stacked, knowing that the karma has already been prepaid for. You know, that's all done. We're good people, good things are going to happen to us. So just, you know, preparing for these finer things in life that you appreciate so much, Cancer. That's what you deserve. You deserve that house on the hill. You deserve all the best things. So when I see these two cards together, there's almost like this, is this done yet, Alexander? Is this, you know, what about the, well, you know, I did this when I was 18. Oh, I did, no, what about that? Is my karma paid off? And I'm getting a big resounding yes energetically, okay? Because that's a very positive card, this Nine of Pentacles, to be the energetic overlay. Okay, Leos, hold on to your butts. I'm talking to myself here too. All right, so we get the Page of Wands and the physical. So this journey. So we've been on this journey of learning, of spiritual learning. My attention's really on Egypt because of these pyramids. My attention's really on that feather. And then the energetic is saying, you know, some card that represents cheating or forgiveness or something that needs to take place. So there's some message about learning, some message about forgiving the past. So once again, we get this reading for one of the fire signs saying focusing on the past, and then I'm basically getting it again for the next fire sign. What are we doing, fire signs? Let's move on. Let's transmute this. So let's look at this now, and let's release that now. Let's really sit down and do this work. You know, this goes out to, you know, all the Aries, all the Leos. You know, this is basically saying something happened in the past and to forgive it and to release it and to know that that's done. Okay? So, like I said, this message is coming from 2022. I'm speaking to you from the future, okay? So, let's not spend a year in that energy. All right, Virgo, you're next. Hold on to your butts, okay? Hold on to your butts, Virgo. This is not the card that I want to see represent a year. Let's be real, okay? So this is in the physical. This is showing the mind cause issues on the body. And this is because a decision has not been made. So what is this decision? Knowing this, hearing this message from 2022, coming back to the beginning of your 2021, what is this decision? Some sort of resentment or regret is harboring within yourself if you don't make this decision. You would rather, I promise you, you'd rather make the decision to sell all your stuff and move to Bali or whatever the heck the thing is, and then have to come back with your tail between your legs and be like, well, I always wanted to do this thing and it failed. You'd rather be in the future saying this thing failed than living your entire life wondering what if I made this decision? And this is showing actual ramifications. So what are you thinking about? Virgo, what is coming to you? What is coming to mind? Is it a business? Is it a travel? Is it a move? Is it some person that you have feelings for that you haven't reached out to and let them know? You need to be honest with yourself what this decision is, because this is showing it actually making ramifications if you do not make this decision. So this isn't a bad reading whatsoever. This is your brother contacting you from the future and letting you know you need to make this decision. I'd prefer you make this decision by January 5th. But you know, if it takes a little bit longer than that, you have some time. But just do not let this create an unhealthy environment for you physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, that you haven't made this decision, which is very important to you, okay? So, can we get a lighter? Can it get lighter? It gets lighter for a little bit. Libra. Oh, it's because I got the shirt on. You're getting good stuff. All right, Libra, look at you go. The spiritual warrior, the light warrior, charging into battle with your magic wand, my favorite. And what's the energetic? Inner child. Everybody take notes from Libra, okay? Inner child, spiritual warriors charging into battle. Do I have any more to say? Okay, so, not really. This just looks fantastic. We need more of that for the whole year. I mean, I'm grateful for whatever messages are coming. It's very odd, though. It's like I'm looking at each zodiac sign, and it's like really super duper positive, or it's super duper like you got to get this done, borderline negative. But, you know, here's the thing. This is time magic. So I just want to like a little disclaimer. I don't want anybody to watch this and get upset and be like, oh, that's my entire year. Do not label anything that Alexander is saying right now as your year. This is a preparation. So, you know, the goal is, you know, the end of 2021 comes and you're like, oh, wow, that reading was way off. You know, hopefully just the first portion was right and we can anchor that into reality. But these are more pre-warnings. But when you mess with time, when you predict time, the reading can change instantaneously. So this is my goal. This is why when I do drop cards to somebody, I do a timeline reading. So the first and foremost, what I'd like to just say as the finishing of this disclaimer is just be honest with yourself. If you're having a challenging couple of cards, or if it seems challenging what my message is, and you're like, well, why did these people get such a good one? This is, regardless, all of us taking the time to sit down and really prepare. Am I ready for the best of the best? Am I ready right now? Is there something that I need to dissolve? Is there something that I need to do? Okay, just plain and simple. Because now we're getting into Scorpio, and we got this card, this Justice card, okay? This card that represents this lawyer or this balance. And then also, like, once again, kind of a weird reading, Scorpio, and I love you guys, but this is basically saying seeing through the veil, knowing the truth, having the truth, and making a decision. So once again, we've got Cancer having a decision to make, and now we have Scorpio having a decision to make. Great. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's not Cancer. Virgo. Virgo having a decision to make, and then we're having this decision to be made also by Scorpio. So, yeah, once again, this is like difficulty whether to go left or go right. And the issue with this card, the issue with the Eight of Swords that I have over here in Virgo, and the issue with this Two of Swords that I have over here in Scorpio, that I don't like, is this is basically saying this has been unresolved for so long that it's causing issues on the body. It's causing bloating. It's causing stomach pains. It's causing maybe headaches. Like, the justice has been served. Whatever made you upset, whatever needs to be released, whatever needs to be forgiven, you just need to make this decision. You need to just, like, I'm not trying to sound corny here. You really just, Scorpio, you gotta listen to your heart, okay? Because the heart is blocked off on this card. The heart's blocked off. No, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. You gotta release it, okay? I never tell people what they have to do. You have to release whatever this is and know that you should just be grateful for whatever that trauma is, whatever that situation is. This was part of your life purpose. This was part of your awakening. So once again, I got Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, and Aries. Stuff like, you know, we could afford to work on or release. Now we get to Sagittarius. It's just, you know, sunshine and unicorns. So once again, super happy, super good one, all right? We get the Sun card in the physical, love that. And then we get the Chariot moving forward. So moving forward in happiness and balance is what that says. So really, really epic stuff. So maybe the signs that got the super duper happy can help with the conclusion of these other readings. And, you know, just help the rest of the collective, you know, let's help us help each other. Just, you know, dissolve whatever needs to be dissolved here and just have the best possible outcome. And I'm saying that all in preparation for holy Capricorn, what is this? Okay, we get this person, the physical, that represents drama. And we got the Tower energetically. Holy crap. Okay, so like I said before, some of these are super duper positive. Some of them are this, okay? So some of them are this. All right, so we got this person that's very dramatic, this person that makes drama, and then we have this phoenix rising from the ashes, or this building coming down, okay? So we have this this situation which sometimes isn't the best, and, you know, when I see these two cards together, I'm just, you know, I just gotta be real, you know? Alexander does his best to be as spiritually positive as possible, but my question to you is, who is this person? Who is this person? Because I know it's not you. Because if this was you, you wouldn't be watching this video. Just the sight or sound of me would irritate you. If the sight or the sound of you irritates me and you're a Capricorn, work on your stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm having a good time. Seriously, though. You know, this card represents a dramatic person. So that's the one positive thing. Is this looks like if there's somebody dramatic or somebody that's an issue, whether it's somebody from work or, you know, a present lover or, you know, some sort of belief structure, it looks like it's over, which is good because, you know, you don't want this to continue, Capricorn. You just don't. So it looks like the building comes down for this dramatic person because I am getting that this is absolutely not you, the Page of Swords. I was just having a good time trying to make you laugh amidst this just weird two-card reading. But this whole Page of Swords with the Tower. Yeah, just there's somebody that's been in your life, or there's somebody that might be in your life if you don't nip this in the bud now, during this year of 2021 that loves drama. So be honest with yourself. Who loves the drama? And, you know, who has been somebody that the relationship or the energy or the friendship or the family member, it's just become toxic. There's just no resolving whatever the situation is, and it looks like it's going to be ending this year. So the good news and the bad news. The bad news first, something's ending. The good news, you want it to. Looks horrendous. Oh, I said I'd stop saying that word. Horrendous. I wonder if a guy thought of that word. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Aquarius, more good stuff. Okay. And then it goes back the other way. Okay, we've got this king of money, this king of abundance, this epic king of pentacles in the physical. And then in the energetic, we have a friend. So this looks like a year of creating a business, creating something with a friend, creating a partnership. But definitely somebody who's, if this happens to be a lover, which it looks more unlikely than not, but if it happens to be a lover, awesome. Like this is a person that's also a very good friend, which is very important in any relationship. But this looks like a very powerful combo. Because I'm seeing this whole, like, you know, I got the symbol of Taurus, I got the bull here, I've got the lion here, I've got the cherubim here, and I've got friendship. So awesome stuff, Aquarius. It looks like you're going to be the friend, you're going to be this source of power, you're going to be the source of healing also for some around you. And it looks like there might be some sort of financial person that's possible to exist during this upcoming year to create some sort of business with, or to get some sort of loan to get something going. Either way, it looks like money and friendship. So just awesome. All right, come on, Pisces, take us home. Take us home, Pisces. Your bags are packed. Send them home. Okay. Anyways, in the physical, heading towards victory. All right. Where is the Pisces victory? Let's look. By the water, ding, ding, ding. What do we have for him, Johnny? Of course, this is so important to my Piscean family. You having that time to go, you know, by that running water, or usually even better, the ocean. Spending that time, whether or not you like going into the water, having time to look at the ocean, having time to travel to the ocean, going to that tropical place, or going on that trip, that vacation to, you know, that just go see the ocean, even if it's just within driving distance and you just get an Airbnb. This just looks like there's victory by the water, and that's where your victory is. You know, whether that, you know, some crazy money comes in and you just get that boat or that boathouse or that house by the water. You know, if I had to say, how is a Pisces victorious, that would probably be one of the cards that I pick, you know, because that card represents living by the ocean. And if there's any sign that can benefit from living next to the ocean, it's Pisces. So good stuff, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. And just once again, for a quick disclaimer, don't look at anything and consider it negative. Look at it as an opportunity to dissolve things preemptively, to look at these mental thought structures. You know, this gives me as a Leo, is there somebody I got to forgive? Is something bubbling back up from this past hurt in my heart? You know, looking at, you know, for the Virgo, looking, is there some decision that I do know he's right? There's some decision that needs to be made. Capricorn, looking at it, being like, who is this dramatic person, and why am I allowing them to still be in my life? And just, you know, Aries, once again, you know, looking at, you know, what is it? Why can't I sleep at night? What are you thinking about at night? What's waking you up at 3 in the morning? When you do dream, what are you dreaming about? You know, and just really sitting down, taking the time, maybe going into meditation and just saying, do I need to forgive others? Do I need to forgive myself? Do I need to tell somebody that I'm sorry? Okay? So, you know, maybe before we just, you know, overreact at whatever message you got, take the time to really sit with the message and know that none of this is etched into stone. All of this can be very easily transmuted by just changing one little thought structure. So I love you guys so very much. Depending on when this gets posted, like I said, I will probably see you tomorrow. I'm guessing this will get posted on the 31st, and I will see you on the 1st live for your zodiac readings. Thank you for joining me. Please like, please subscribe, hit the bell notification. And a big shout out to all the Patreon supporters. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for giving me the ability to broadcast on other channels and really, really speak my mind. It really means so much to me. And I hope you guys are appreciating that. And I'm appreciating you. And I love you guys. And I'll see you very soon. Thank you. Sending love from Sedona. Let's have the most wondrous, awesome, abundant 2021 that we could ever imagine. Better than we could ever expect, even. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.